Mother Teresa once said, "Not everyone can do great things, but everyone can do small things with great love."
God's Word tells us that we need to care for the widow, the orphan, the homeless, those that are sojourners in our community. It's our calling. It's what we're about as people of faith.
For us to get to welcome families into our church, to show them that there are people that care about their situation, that there are people who are willing to walk this road with them and to help them to meet the challenges that they face.
We come to this sacred place here in our church to worship God. And then we take what we experience here of God's love for us in Jesus Christ, and we take that then to the sacred space in our church where the families come to live with us for a week. That too becomes sacred space for God's children that we're seeking to help through this difficult time in their lives. God's love flowing through us to them and back again. That to me is what being Christian, being Christ-like is all about.
The joy that you get from actually serving families. There are no words to describe how it will enrich your faith community.
It's an easy way to give your people a sense of purpose. It gives them the opportunity to serve in a mission type atmosphere right there in their own church.
All the families have touched us. Over the course of the time that we have them in the program, you see what the love and the support does for them.
What this program does is very real, and it doesn't just change the families in transition. It changes the volunteers.
It's such an opportunity to give back to your community. The program is just awesome. We hear about showing the love of Christ. He would want us to feed these people and to provide shelter.
That's what Family Promise does. Family Promise begins to pick up broken pieces and fragments and begins to help people to put their lives back together.
It helps make teams of people in your church. You get groups that work together to help the families, and it strengthens the community of your church.
So currently, the way that City Church is involved with Family Promise, we're a support church. What that means is we will help any church that's housing the families. If they need help with meals or setup or tear down or volunteer, we provide that. And we're really excited to be able to stay involved in that way.
This is what Family Promise is all about. You have a family that comes into Family Promise, living out of their car, wants to get their GED. The mom gets her GED, goes on to get her CNA license, working as a CNA. Dad gets a construction job, both living in a home of their own with their 4 children. That's what Family Promise is about.
I hope that someday we're out of business, because to be out of business, that means that we have ended family homelessness in Washington County.
When we got here, it was a bigger weight off my chest.
They encouraged us to save money that we needed to move, and they provided for our children the needs that they had needed, from clothes and food,
shelter.
So eventually saved our money, and they helped us get to our home that we're still in right now.
The love that we felt here was pretty great.
One thing I've learned, difficult times can come to anybody, any kind of family. Just never give up, and you just got to pick yourself up and keep going.
Once we start working, we're supposed to save 80% of our paycheck, and so that kind of stays with you even after you leave the program. Don't spend what you don't have. It can be overwhelming and frustrating, trying to find a job in a place. Just the encouragement from the people in the church and their prayers.
Family Promise was founded in 1986 with a vision of helping homeless families achieve independence by providing temporary housing and career development and training. We have a success rate of 80% and over 203 affiliates nationwide right now. We have a system where we get referrals. Those families will come in. They are required to do a background check and a drug screening. Once those have come back okay, then we start the process of our intake. We have no more than 4 to 5 families at a time, and our average stay is about 3 months in the program. So what's a typical day look like here at the Day Center? Well, the families get up between 6:30 and 7 in the morning. They arrive at the Day Center. They eat, they bathe, they get ready for work, or the children get ready for school. They're required to find a job if they don't already have one, so we have a computer lab for that. The Family Promise bus picks the families up each evening between 5:30 and 6, takes those families to the hosting congregation for that week. There's a host coordinator at that congregation. That host coordinator is in charge of getting the volunteers ready, getting meals prepared, getting the overnight stays prepared, that kind of thing. The families go to the church, they all eat together, they have some activity time, and then they sleep at the church. Then they get up the next morning and they come back to the day center. So some of the things that we do with the families here at Family Promise are helping them with budgeting classes, usually 3 of them through the course of the time that they're here. We do parenting classes, life skills, resumes, mock interviews with the families to get ready for job interviews, maybe some what's appropriate to wear and what not to wear to job interviews. So those are just some of the things that we do here at Family Promise. Family Promise needs your help. We would love for your church to be a part of this program and help serve homeless families in Washington County. We are asking for once a quarter of your time to help serve these families here in Washington County, Oklahoma.
I was hungry and you fed me. I was naked and you clothed me. You know, I was in prison, you visited me. And so these are action words, and I think it's very important for us as the church to take action. If you're a church or a pastor that's listening to this, I'd really like to encourage you to partner with Family Promise. I think it's right what Jesus would be doing. They do a phenomenal job of compassionate care for these families. I think when we do that, we're doing the Lord's work. It's something that I think every church should be involved with.
St. Luke's Episcopal Church stands with Family Promise.
Disciples Christian Church stands with Family Promise.
Adams Boulevard Church of Christ stands with Family Promise.
Dewey United Methodist Church stands with Family Promise.
Our Savior Lutheran Church stands with Family Promise.
Good Shepherd Presbyterian Church stands with Family Promise.
City Church stands with Family Promise.
Join us as we reach out and serve the homeless here in Washington County.
So join us as we serve families.
Join us in serving homeless families.
Join us in serving homeless families in Washington County.